An NGO set to march in Rustenburg under the banner Redefining Disability Revolution. The aim here is to try push for greater inclusivity, for individuals with disabilities and raise awareness about their rights. For more on this, let's bring in SABC News reporter Thabang Morutloa, who's with us now via our video link. And Thabang, perhaps get us a better sense of what this NGO does and what they're hoping will be the outcome of their march there.
Good day to you and the viewer at home, Ayanda. Yes, indeed, this is a movement that represents people living with disabilities. They are here today marching to the Rustenburg local municipality, where they came to hand over a memorandum of demands to raise issues concerning their rights, saying that they are normal people and want to be treated as such. Perhaps they also mentioned the fact that we all know that sign language is one of the official languages of the country, but yet when you go to government buildings, you don't find any interpreter who is able to interpret the sign language for them, raising concerns about issues of employment as well, that yes, indeed, they are also able to acquire qualifications, but after that it becomes difficult for them to be able to be employed in the working sector. Now, to elaborate further on that, we are joined by their representatives, Thabang to elaborate further on that. Thank you very much for joining us here at SABC News and for giving us time to engage with you regarding the challenges that you guys are facing. Can you just tell us what encouraged this movement today?
Good day, everyone. This movement was encouraged by how we are discriminated and always left outside and excluded in many programs, including especially in job opportunities and business opportunities by the government.
You mentioned that even the coordinator representing people with disabilities in the municipality is not a person living with disabilities. Can you further explain why that person would not be relevant to speak on your behalf?
Yes, she does not. She don't have disability. Such a result, the person like that cannot advocate for something which she don't have experience of. You understand? Therefore, most of the time we give her an opportunity to represent us, but we see that she struggles. She can't even learn sign language. When she coordinates or organizes an event for people with disability, she always fails. She fails to bring transport. She fails to organize anything that's related to people with disability. Furthermore, I can say, and like I said, you cannot advocate for something which you don't have experience for. You need to go through something first, then you can say, I have an experience. So now, Mokhadi, she don't have experience. She cannot, and she should not be allowed to lead us at all.
In terms of the challenges that you face in society, you mentioned transport, whereby taxi drivers would opt not to ferry you because of maybe they would struggle to put you in the taxi because of you're on a wheelchair. What would you say regarding that?
Stressing is one of the barriers that stop us from achieving our goals. Because of most of the time, like today, I have experienced that today. I was like, what's going on? I had to be here around 8 o'clock, but I arrived late. Because of taxi drivers always, they just pass us. They pass us, they are not even considering that this person is late, he or she's late. And that thing of the transport is always, like I said, is stopping us from reaching our goals.
Employment for vacancies to be advertised. We often see that people living with disabilities would be encouraged to apply. Coming into employment, are you satisfied with the way that the government does the recruitment process for people living with disabilities?
The recruitment process is not satisfying at all. Because here's the thing, they are saying people with disabilities are advised to apply. So now, in other words, they are going to put us in the same recruitment with other people that have more qualification than us, and that thing already, what does it do? Chances because of now there's someone else who is more qualified than us. So now we demand that the government should do at least create jobs for people with disability, especially entry-level jobs. I mean, like we can type, we can answer calls, we can work at cashiers. You know, it's not a difficult job. So what we're saying is that the government is not following the right procedures because of now. Immediately when you say everyone comes, we feel intimidated because of already we have barriers that is stopping us from reaching our goals.
What about the age restriction? Does it affect you also?
It affects us a lot. Like I said earlier, some of us, it's not our fault that, you know, our parents have hidden us in our homes. We didn't go to school early. We find it's difficult for us to find schools because most of the time I go to special schools. Imagine I went to special schools in Mafikeng, so I had to wait for my parents to find a space or a relevant a right place. So now that thing we are discouraged because of now we refer to school sometimes around 25, and then I got about level about the 135. When I gonna go, we go school late, and then you know we can say premature age because of those barriers still the opportunities kapil.
Okay, let's look at the building infrastructures. What are the challenges that you face there?
Okay, you know, we face a lot of challenges. It's quite embarrassing that you can go to the government building and you find that they have a disabled toilet, but they don't have a ramp. Or you find them having a ramp, but they don't have a disabled toilet. We are struggling to enter many places, many environment, more infrastructure, especially in our city. There are pavement, barriers is everywhere, especially in terms of infrastructure.
When you handed over the memorandum, you mentioned a budget that is specifically set aside for people living with disabilities. Are you benefiting from those kind of budgets?
We have never benefited anything. Hence, we demand the mayor to give us a report of 3 years expenditure. We have benefited nothing. You can ask everyone here. We have never benefited. We send proposals. We have business plans. We have other project that we run locationing, but when we send the proposal budget, if you can look around in Rustenburg, even a basketball court for people with disability, the facilities for people with disability. Where that money go? Because of if baronal budget reborn, budget.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Yes, and that is Thabang Masibi, a representative of the movement of people living with disabilities, who just handed over a memorandum of demands to the Rustenburg local municipality and given them a deadline of responding to their grievances within 14 days. For now, it's back to you in studio.
All right, Thabang Morutloa live to us there from Rustenburg in the northwest. Thanks very much indeed.